Hello and welcome to another FX Centrum daily market analysis. For today, I will go for our cross asset list. I will cover coffee market, WTI, crude oil, US 100. I will speak about USD Japanese yen, pound dollar, euro dollar, US 30, gold, dollar index, and Bitcoin versus US dollar. I will start with a coffee market, and I will use our FX Centrum platform. So let's see what we have here on the daily time frame, and still a coffee market is trading in a very well defined trading range at a 186.65, which is around middle Bollinger Band. We can see contraction in the upper and lower Bollinger Band, and there is no any significant breakout of this trading range. So I'm waiting for the breakout in order for some bigger movement to happen. We have a key support at 180.90 mark. The break out of that support can be a strong sign for a further drop towards 175.80 and 165.50. In the case of the upside movement towards the 197.75, there will be a chance for the rally towards the 203 mark or even 205 mark. So consolidation on the coffee market. WTI had a couple of days of pullback. Zoom in this for you, so we can see here that the slow line is still sloping to the upside. It's trying to, like, it's changing behavior from bull to bear around the 80 mark. And we had a breakout last week of the key resistance around 80.70 mark. So now this is potentially like a retest what happened last week. So if the market can have upside continuation, so I would like to see, for example, a breakout of 81, 84. If we can see something like that, so like this, and then the lighter pullback. Let's say if we can see this rally, and then some lighter pullback, and then another upside movement, and there will be a chance for a full retest of the 83.53. But for now, we can see the sideways environment in the hourly time frame. So this is just the case for the upside continuation based on this daily upside cycle. In case the downside movement and break of 80.71, there will be a chance for a retest of middle Bollinger Band at 80.11, maybe even there will be a further bigger drop. The key support will be around 77.70 mark. US 100. Let's take a look at the US 100. So we didn't have a break of the upper Bollinger Band. Actually, we had a doji candle around the upper Bollinger Band. Slow line is around the 50 mark, but the fast line went way too far. I think pretty much extended at this point, now trying to correct. So there will be a chance for that downside correction towards the middle Bollinger Band, which is around 18,125. From my perspective, the upside continuation on the US 100 only if we can see the breakout and hold above 18,000, I will say 500 mark. In that case, you can see the close in the daily time frame above the upper Bollinger. That will be a good sign, potential upside continuation, because that's not the case unless a couple of days there is a chance for a downside pullback towards the middle Bollinger Band on the daily time frame. Let's take a look at the hourly time frame. Hourly time frame looks pretty much sideways, so the breakout of the lower Bollinger Band and support at 18,278 can confirm further downside movement towards the daily middle Bollinger Band. So that's the one potential on the idea on US 100. Now USD Japanese yen. Let's take a look at the daily time frame. Basically, key resistance is set right there at 152 mark. 152 mark is the critical level for USD Japanese yen short term, and we can see the market is doing more like a consolidation for the last couple of days. Bollinger Bands are basically expanding, so we don't have contraction, we have expansion at this point. Slow line is rising, and a stochastic oscillator fast line is correcting. So can we see the downside, a further downside correction towards the middle Bollinger Band, which is right now set at 149.31, or we have another attempt for the upside breakout of 152? We need to wait and see. So far, we are closer to the downside breakout. 151 mark is a key short-term support. In case, let's say, the breakout of that level and hold below, there will be a chance for potential middle Bollinger Band around 149.31, or even this pullback low at 150.18. But in case of the upside breakout, for example, of this upper Bollinger Band, there can be a potential continuational move and potential attempt to break that 152 mark. So pay attention on those levels because they can the breakout of those can be a can confirm significant price movement. British pound versus US dollar did exactly what we spoke about last week. So there was a test of the lower Bollinger Band happen on Friday. So you can see the market close off the low, so inside of the Bollinger Band, and now we have a consolidation day so far. We can see even further drop. Look at the slow line on the stochastic. It's sloping to the downside, not into the oversold area. There is a still chance for the further downside movement, but the fast line went pretty much into the extreme. And it's trying to correct at this point. But now it's good to take a look at the hourly time frame, and we can see that this fast line is and slow line, they're sloping to the upside since this point. So we have a short-term support at 1.2624 and the potential support at 1.2575. In case of the downside breakout to 1.2575, the next downside objective on the pound dollar short-term is set at 1.2534, which is we have those swing lows in the background at that point. So in case of that downside movement. In case of the upside breakout of the 1.2624, there will be a chance potential retest the 1.2650 or even for the retest of 1.2723. So far, as I said, slow line is sloping to the downside, fast line is trying to correct, but in case the downside continuation, there will be a potential for another downside movement on the pound dollar. So far, I don't see any big reversal or there's some bigger rally to happen. This can be just a temporal reaction, early morning reaction, but the next period, I can see this potentially going further downside. So euro dollar, similar thing, just we didn't test lower Bollinger Band yet on this currency pair on the daily time frame. So we have a 1.0770 mark, like a lower Bollinger Band. Take a look at the slow line is sloping to the downside around the 40 mark. Fast line is all the way into the extreme. So we have the natural reaction this morning to the upside, but still within the boundaries of the Bollinger Band. So there is no break and hold above upper Bollinger Band. So I will wait for potential downside breakout to let's see, even the lower Bollinger Band, 1.0700, let's say 1.0800 mark. And in case the downside breakout of that level, there will be a chance for a even bigger down move, maybe towards 1.0702 mark in next period, short term speaking. Now we have US 30, so we can see market is doing pullback. So there was we had a two closes above the upper Bollinger Band, and then one candle which pretty much negated and has returned into the Bollinger Band territory here. And if you check the hourly time frame, this is where the actual break happened. So of the lower Bollinger Band on the hourly, and there was no bigger reaction from buyers, so the market is just went even further lower. You can also see that on 30-minute or on a 15 intraday. That was a more like bear flag on a 15-minute time frame. So we had a downside continuation Friday. So there is a chance based on this for the market to go towards middle Bollinger Band at 39,000. I would say 39,045 will be a downside objective on the US 30. Hourly time frame at this point looks pretty much like consolidation, and look at the middle Bollinger Band is sloping to the downside. Now we have a gold market. So on the gold market, we had quite a big divergence that happened like last week. So there was a FOMC, this strong, let's say the up candle. We didn't have a test of upper Bollinger Band. So, and then the very next day, market actually had a down day, closed inside of that bigger, I call it mother candle. So we have this divergence on the stochastic oscillator when the market made a higher high and oscillator made a lower high. So this can basically lead to further downside movement, and so far at this point, lower Bollinger Band on the daily is at 21.06. The support, this support cluster is around 21.49, and we have a previous swing high area around 20.66. So there is a chance for that. Let's take a look at the weekly time frame. You can see that we had quite a weak close last week, and the weekly middle Bollinger Band is at 20.66. So that makes sense on the short-term perspective for the goal to do this pullback on those higher time frames, at least pull back, if not to the bigger downside move. But I will wait for the hourly breakdown of 21.56 and hold below in order to confirm further downside movement. Now we have a dollar index. Let's take a look at the daily time frame. Just around that upper Bollinger Band, the close was pretty strong. Just around that upper Bollinger Band, and so far we have some downside pullback, but look at the slow and fast line sloping to the upside. There will be a chance for the market to trade higher towards the 104.93, and in case let's see if we can see the breakout of that level, then the next pivot point will be around 105.70 mark. Take a look at the weekly time frame. Still in a one bigger consolidation since basically December last year. Overall, just trading around the upper and lower Bollinger Band on the weekly time frame. So still chance for some higher prices, and hourly also you can see more like a consolidation. So the re-break of those highs can be a good sign for the continuation. We have a Bitcoin versus US dollar daily time frame. We have a pretty flat 20 bar moving average. We have a slow line sloping to the downside, fast line just correcting. So this can be we still see the chance for the further downside movement. The continuational movement will be confirmed if the market can break 61,000. Let's say 61,200, 61,100 mark. That can be a good sign for further drop, even towards this area here, which is all around 46,000, 45,000 mark. But so far, again, just consolidation. Hourly actually had extension here, and there is a bearish divergence that's happening at this point right now on the hourly time frame. Higher high on the price, lower high on the fast and slow line. So that is a divergence that is now taking the place, and potential for the retest of 66,000 to 88, and maybe even further downside movements of the lower Bollinger Band. And that will be all for this FX Centrum daily market analysis. Visit our website fxcentrum.com, explore. You can see plenty of stuff. So promotion, 100% deposit bonus, different trading competitions, trading signals, FXCTV, technical analysis, trading ideas, tutorials. So explore our website, and don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel and our social media. So that will be all for today, guys, and have a good trading day. Speak to you tomorrow.